Well, good morning viewers. Thanks for joining me again on Mixed Masdevallia Orchids. I'm back in the Mazzy house today. It's a bit bleak outside. It's been raining. Well, went into it raining here in the UK at the moment. It's been raining, it's quite chilly out there. I thought I'd do an update today because, as the thumbnail says, I've got the greenhouse spring ready. All I've got to do at the end of April is put the shade netting on, and this greenhouse is ready to go. What I'd like to say before we start is I've got a few things I want to show you. I've purchased a few things, so you might get a few tricks and tips from this video. I've also want to thank all the new subscribers who's recently joined over the last month. Since I put out various channel videos asking for new subscribers, I'm picking a few up, but I'm getting a lot of people asking me what I grow and what my interests are. So I thought I'll do a new intro just to cover what I grow, what my interests are, what I enjoy growing, which might be helpful to other people. So bear with me on that. What I could do with, I've knocked another one up. I'd like you to have a look at it and tell me what you think. Say, is it good, is it bad, is it crap, is it too long? Just put it in the comment, because YouTube love that. They love comments. They love people putting a comment, and they love people giving the video a like, and that helps me tremendously build this channel to make it better for everybody. So let's get on with the intro. Right, you've probably seen the intro now, and you're going to say, where's he got the Bromeliads from? Well, if you've watched the channel on my videos, in my Nepenthes grow space, I did have a small collection, these, of Bromeliads. And what I did, I thought, you know, I'll move them out of here. All my Highland Nepenthes that's hanging have started vining. So I thought I'll take all the Bromeliads out, put them in here, and where I've put them on this. This is an old hotbed from years ago. It's still connected, but I don't use it. It's not switched on or anything. And on here I used to keep all my Masdevallia divisions, and I thought, do you know what? I'll put them Bromeliads in here. Now I've only got a few in my collection. I've got Freesia, Guzmania, Acmea, Bilbergia, Neurogelia, Dike, and Fascicularia, I think it is. Fascillaria. But they're the ones I keep, and I've only got a few. One of my Acmeas is currently in my conservatory in the house. I keep it in there because it's quite big. It'd fill this table on its own. But yeah, so if you've seen the intro and you thought, well, where's his Bromeliads? And if you want to see more of these, just let me know again in the comments. I will always show them, because if it's my interest, there's a lot of people out there with other interests. So let's get back to the main part of the video. What I want to show you, how I'm spring ready. Right, as you can see from the video we did a couple of videos back, I've now repotted every single one of my Masdevallia orchids in new bark and perlite, and everyone's been done in 2025. So I know these are all done, and still got some amazing blooms pushing out, but I don't suppose you're going to see them with this camera. Another flower spike just there. But yeah, I repotted everything, so everything's done. And all my, if you can remember, I did have some Masdevallias that was mounted. What I decided to do, I thought I'll look at the tag. They haven't been done for 4 years. So I thought, yeah, let's get them off, give them a bit of new sphagnum and remount them. but looking at them, the roots was absolutely terrible. None of them had took any hold of the orchid mount. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to repot these. I'll repot them, and that's what I did. So I've got no mounted mazes at the moment. One I did do, I'm going to try and get up there because I can't show you. This is Masdevallia piviana, and it's known for its ground growing conditions. It grows along the ground. It is like a crawling plant. So I did have that on a mount, and what it was doing was growing off the mount all the time, which is, you'd need to keep extending your mount all the time. So I thought, well, in its natural habitat it grows along the ground, so why can't I do that? So what I did was put a layer of bark in the bottom of that cheap basket from somewhere, put some sphagnum moss in and planted the plant in here, and as you can see, in a fortnight that is doing amazing. That is absolutely doing amazing, and it's starting to grow out along the ground like it would do in its natural environment. Another one I was struggling with was this, my acacia, Masdevallia acacia. This was on a mount. It wasn't doing brilliant. It's probably been that size for, I'd say, 12 months. Just chucking leaves out now and again, but the roots again wasn't very good. Since I've hung it again in a basket, if you can see just there, if I can get in with this camera, I'm not very good with this camera, there's a new leaf growing just there at the end of my thumb. So hopefully now that's going to take off again this year. But it's, as I say, always look at your mazes and see if you can improve what you're doing with them, because they really do need your care, because they're surviving in an environment and they're not used to. Right, I did say I was going to take off all the yellow leaves. What I have done is I've left some on that's not quite died back yet, and I'm going to take them off as they drop off naturally, you know. But I didn't want to put them on too much. I don't know if I said it yet, but I'm going to tell you. When I said I bought things for the greenhouse to make my life easier, right, look at them. They're all my divisions, all my Masdevallia divisions that used to be on that hotbed where the Bromeliads are now. And what I did, I bought them baskets. It cost me £2 each off eBay. I thought, are they any good? Let me know in the comments if they're any good, because for me it gives them young ones a bit more light, getting ready for coming on for spring. So I thought for £2 I'll have some of them. But as I said, let me know if you think they're any good. I've got them around here as well on this side, you know. I've put them on. What else are we going to show you? Right, to make life easier in a greenhouse, I'm not no spring chicken now, and I'm always getting on my hands and knees to pick up dead leaves, pick up stuff off the floor. One of the things I did, I went with the wife the other day, we went in Asda and I seen this, $4.99. It's a dustpan and brush without bending down. I can just sweep all the crap in, and it's even got teeth on it, look, to clean the brush off. So making my life easier again, I just sweep up the bits of leaf, bits of bark that fall on the floor, put them in this, then tip them in usually into the compost bin out of the way. But that's another thing that I do to try to make my life easier, and it's up to you how you decide to do things. Right, one of the other things I want to talk about today, I'm always watching Roger. I've been watching Roger since day one. Roger's Orchids, absolutely cracking guy, and he was talking about electricity, and he's spot on. The cost of fuel at the moment is ridiculous, and our government's not going to reduce that cost. It's going to be constantly going up and up and up. And you know, if you grow Masdevallias, they cannot afford a frost. Get a frost in this greenhouse and these are all brown bread, and that's it. So like Roger says, he's got a 2 kilowatt heater like mine, and mine is set on a thermostat at 10 degrees. So as soon as the temperature drops, it usually goes down to about 9.6, 9.8 degrees C, and it switches on, warms it up to 10, cuts out, waits for it to drop down again, comes back on, cuts it out. Instead of being constantly kept at the same temperature, it tends to switch on and off. Well, that's costing me money because, like Roger says, that is a 2 kilowatt heater. And I thought about him, you know. I know it's hard work when you're trying to grow orchids and you've got to keep the temperatures right. I'm fairly a little bit more easy than Roger because mine are cool to cold. So I can probably get away with it more than Roger because he's got some cracking orchids that like a bit more warmth than Masdevallias. But for me, I don't want to take a chance during the winter months. I've got this. Right, I know it looks a bit tatty, a bit old, but it's a little old camping stove. I think it cost me about 20 quid when I bought it. It's one of them where you put the old cartridge in. Now I've been buying them cartridges at £1.25. You can get them on eBay between £1.25 and £2.50, and Go Outdoors was knocking them out at £1.25 the other week, so I shot down there and I bought a few. Now this little heater, don't get me wrong, that's not going to last forever, them little cartridges, but this heater can keep this greenhouse at 10 on half heating, on half setting. Let me just turn it around and show you the setting, sorry. So halfway up the red is the half setting on this, and that will keep this greenhouse at 10 degrees C, roughly thereabouts, probably 9.8 sometimes, or just over 10, for 8 hours only at half volume, what do you call it, pressure. Anyway, the gauge halfway up the gauge, it will last for 8 hours, which on the really bad nights when I know the weather's going to be really bad and there's a frost warning come out, I come and put that on. That tends to keep this place at 10 degrees, and the big heater, the 2 kilowatt heater, doesn't come on. That does it. Then if the gas went, that heater would come on to take over, so I wouldn't lose anything. But what you've got to remember is always have something as a backup, because if the power goes off, the electricity goes off for whatever reason, in this country it's likely to do that over the next few months, I believe. If the power goes off, you're going to have to keep something as a backup to keep your mazzies, because I'm talking about Masdevallias, keep your Masdevallias warm. They will not tolerate any kind of frost. So that's just my option. I don't know if it's useful to people. It might always pay somebody just to keep one of them, because you never know what's going to happen with what we've got. Anyway, I'll just switch off while I get up. Oh, I had to switch off then because I'd get up. I'm no spring chicken anymore. I was on my knees down there trying to show you that. Right, on a video a while ago, you'd have noticed that I removed my evaporative cooler. It was too big, took up too much room. I had it given me, it's a cracker, put it in storage. But last year it hardly ever came on. And I was recently in the Nepenthes house, and I've got this one in there. This in the Nepenthes house is the location of the greenhouse is not really in direct sun. It's partly a lot more shaded than this greenhouse, so that was not being used. Now this one, I thought, you know what, I'll put it in there. I've got this set now at 25. You can see the red light it's on. It's not going to come on now because we're not going to get that sort of weather, but it's oscillating fan. It's got a cooling mode, it swings from side to side, and it's actually got, just move that heater out of the way, it's actually got a tank inside. You can get in there, look, where I top up the water from that watering can, and that lasts me 4 days. So I know in 4 days time I've got to top that back up, and it's still connected to the extractor air vent that was from the original one out there. So let's move on to something else. I'm sure you've noticed as well what a good boy I've been. Everything has now got a tag, a label with its identifying which Masdevallia it is. So I thought I'd do that. Another thing I was going to say is these two masses, the root ball was massive. I didn't have any big pots at the time, so what I did, I hung them. That's Plondii with 3 nice new growths coming. That's Coccinea glandiflora, and it is a big plant when it grows. The leaves are between 12 inches, 16 inches, and the flower spikes are good. But I've had to hang it for now because I didn't have any pots to put it in. Here's all my what is this called? This Spanish moss, Eucioides, is it? I mean, I started off with one of these. One. Look at them now. They're all over this greenhouse. Doing well. It gets watered probably once a fortnight. When I give it a soak, I drop it in a little bucket. I've shown you that video before. But yeah, it's growing amazing in here, and it takes no looking after. Right, here's some of the leaves I've already took off, look. Keep them in here till I put them in the old bin. And round here we are getting the old dizzy. These are my bulbophyllums, all growing up here. These are some of my dendrobiums, what I keep in here. Now all this end is what I swapped. Early days people wanted Masdevallias. They said, oh, I'll swap you this, I'll swap you that. And basically they did. They swapped it for what they wanted to get rid of. Here's Repotting, look, doing its thing. Nice little plant. Doing okay. Only one spike. There's usually more than that on the leaves, but coming off, I don't know. But that's up there. So right, I'm going to call it a day today. It's a bit nippy out here. You know, it's all right for these mazzies. It's not all right for me. I'm getting too old for that game. But thanks for watching. Thanks for the subscribers, and thanks for all the thumbs up. The likes are really important. I really do appreciate each and every one of you who do that. And I know some people share the videos, which is even better for me. But I hope you found this video a little bit useful. I'm sure some of the things in it may well suit you, may well, you know, help other growers. But before I go, I just want to show you something else. Hang on. Somebody asked me once about that heater. Do I use it? Yeah, I do. I use that heater. It's attached to my hotbed. It's right near my potting station, and it's for me, my benefit. When I come in here in the morning and it's chilly, because I've come out the house, which is about 18, 19 or 20, and I come into here and it's down to 10, I tend to put that little heater on. It's only a poxy little thing, but it comes on just to keep me a bit warm. Right then, that's definitely it. I'll let you get on. I'll see you on the next one. The next one, I think I'm going to be into the Nepenthes house, because I'm making a start on that now. I've got, as I said before, a lot of the Nepenthes vining now, and the place needs a good tidy up like I've done this. So until next time, viewers, take care, stay safe, watch your electricity bills, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.